Vybiral Music, we are continuing our coverage at this year's Handmade Festival here in Leicester. So, what's the fun gift?
Hey.
How are you guys?
Not bad, thanks, man.
I'd say normally at this point I'd be like, oh, how have you been? Have you seen anyone good? But you lot like just got here, I swear. So,
Yeah, we played a festival in Dorset 2 days ago.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
So we kind of got back and we've just been chilling, like catching up on living.
No, like that leads me to my next bit. It's been like really busy year for you guys as far as like touring goes. I mean, yeah, the Blood Youth tour, Dream State.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Man,
Yeah.
You guys know all over the fucking place.
Yeah, it's been very long. Like we've had a good start to the year. Very busy. So it's been really cool to start the year off on a high.
Definitely, and I'd say like not just this year, but like say the past like 2 years in general, you guys have like definitely ticked off a few things off the bucket list. Like, I mean, you got to download, shit like that. There's like so many other bits that I can't really remember off the top of my head. What else am I missing out? What else?
Well, I think a big milestone will be the Underworld show.
Yeah.
Just because that's what a lot of us grew up on.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's
big venue as well.
Big
Like,
venue.
Is it Brixton?
No, it's Electric Ballroom.
Still,
Camden.
Still fucking huge. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and in January we did the tour with Neck Deep around our
Yeah,
first
yeah,
Europe
yeah.
shows were like to 1,000 people a night, so that was really cool to come off shows that big and then announce more shows like at the same capacity instead of just coming down and
especially like during like your band sort of life cycle anyway, because I've been following you guys from like ever since the first single dropped on fucking Dreambound like
no
time
way.
ago, like literally.
That's
like,
great.
And I've just seen the progression from then, and I've just like all these opportunities you guys again. It's like one of the very few like bands out there like it's just so consistent with like every like release.
We're very
a
lucky.
fucking, like,
We're definitely very
licking your
lucky.
arse on some shit. No, like genuine, big fan though.
thank you so
Still.
much, man.
But yeah, big thing as well, big milestone. The signing with Fearless Records, obviously, that's a big one. How long were you guys sitting on that for? Like,
Well, about 10 months.
Really?
We knew since late April 2018.
Yeah, and we actually
So-
signed on like Halloween.
Yeah.
Then announced, so we played a show with Neck Deep on Halloween. They were doing the whole
Yeah,
slip
yeah,
neck
yeah.
thing, so we signed that day in Revolution in Manchester, and then I think we announced it Valentine's Day.
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
perfect. Like as well, like with the EP as well, like just again going back to how consistent like the material like really is. Like one thing I thought was well, not strange, but like for a band like yourselves and the music you make, was why an EP and not full length? Because I feel like a band of your kind, like I said, your kind of like genre, whatever you want to call it, like
Yeah.
a full length is normally like the way to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for
Yeah.
example, like a band like Holding Absence, for example, that's like probably the main comparison to you guys. They were like, no EP, we want a full body of work.
Yeah.
It's like, why was to do an EP? Is it just
I think we just had this body of music that was kind of conceptually typed together, and it didn't really work with anything else. So it just made complete sense to put all that together out, you know, as one thing, and then move on to the next thing, which is our next step anyway.
how long were
So-
you guys like sitting on those songs for anyway? Because like, what was it, 4 singles or something like that prior to it coming out?
Was a long time, because some of those songs are really, they date back quite a lot.
Even,
Like,
so
the
even
early days.
even when you dropped the first one.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Like,
But then we even have songs like Ensom, which was written maybe like a week. Like the lyrics were written in the studio,
Really?
yeah.
and
So-
you know, some a lot of the songs we've been sat on for a while, and some not.
Some not so long, but for example, the opener was a thing for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
and we've been playing Moonlight since April
I
last
think-
year.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so yeah, they've been around for a long time, and they kind of work together, so it made sense to just put them out together.
I remember my first time seeing you guys was like in some like little pub in Derby, and like
cool.
just like yeah, I think one of the songs I really fully didn't like recognise. Like going back to like as you drop more singles.
Yeah.
Looking back, I was like, yeah, I saw them play that. I saw them play that.
Yeah.
And I think that was one song. I can't remember it off the top of my head. I think that was just one that
Yeah,
stood
I
out
think
there.
when was it the Sitwell Tavern?
Yeah.
We would have only had 2 singles out at that point, and we were playing all the singles that we had prior. So we'd be playing like Vain, Renting and Asleep, but they weren't actually released yet.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we did that show on 2 released singles,
yeah.
and
That, I think that was part of like a full like sort of headline tour for you guys.
yeah,
as
I
well.
think it was 9 days we'd all booked. We just booked them ourselves, and we were like, let's just fucking get in a van and play some shows.
Yeah, so you guys like really keen to just like get it out there. Like,
It was, we were keen to take the first step as like, and as, you know, towards establishing ourselves, because we were lacking that at that point. Because we didn't have any live shows under our belt or anything.
Yeah.
We needed that. So yeah, thinking back to it, it was strange, but in retrospect, it does make sense because we're here now. So
yeah, definitely. And I'm just again just going back to like that sort of progression ever since, you know, you guys have always had like the backing of like guys like Dreambound and obviously like Fearless.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
helped.
it's like, do you reckon? What would you say to maybe like other bands or something?
Like for
Try.
me, like I feel like we got the big, like starting with Dreambound helped a lot to the point where we could actually book a 9-day headline tour with 2 singles out, and people actually came. Like if they were self-released songs, I think if we would have done a headline tour, people would have been like, who are this band? But it's given us the opportunity to actually, you know, we're too small to be offered good tours. Let's just do our own.
Yeah.
And being on Dreambound's definitely helped with that, and then being able to be on Fearless now, like it's amazing to have like such good backing
Yeah.
with such big platforms.
So obviously, like, yeah, you guys were quite a bit of like a DIY sort of band, obviously at the start, like all bands.
Yeah.
But now, like, sort of, you have this sort of like big label backing behind you.
Nothing's really changed.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the main thing that a lot of people think changes, including ourselves, to be honest.
Yeah.
But nothing really changes with that sort of thing.
Was it kind of like a goal for you guys when you like obviously first started releasing the singles? Just like, was that like, we've got to get a label behind us, or was it just
we definitely,
it came when it came?
It was definitely, we definitely wanted to find the right people to work with us, but we didn't really look at anything specific, or whether it be like management or a label or booking agents. We just wanted to build a good team around us, and not everything's necessary. And I feel like moving forward, you know, not everything's necessary, but we managed to find really great people to work with, and
Well,
that's like, I would say that's the best way to sum it up.
Yeah, well, any like sort of, did you have any other like labels approach you at the time? You're probably not
Yeah.
allowed to disclose,
Yeah,
but like
We're
how.
not really, but yeah, we have.
But
we
was
have-
it
we
like a
did.
very hard decision, or were there like offers there where you were like, well, you're not giving us anything back in return?
There was
Like-
there was a few that were kind of on par with each other, and then Fearless, I feel like we're a step ahead of everyone in in terms of a lot of things, so it made sense. They were the most invested from the get-go, definitely.
I think as well, our like the confidence shown in Fearless from our management was kind of like, they were like, yeah, this is the label for you, and it was great to have them being brutally honest that yeah, this is what you need to be doing.
Yeah, especially with like some of the back catalogue they even have as well, like just some like shitload of like bands have like broke out because of that label, to be honest.
Yeah.
And obviously like even guys like Under Oath, like
Yeah.
they've been in the game for like ages,
Yeah,
and then
kind of resurrected now.
now they're like on their comeback, like sort of thanks to them, and they're like on a high again.
Yeah,
Opposed to
exactly.
just,
Yeah, so
another thing about you guys as well, it's like you're kind of one of the you're like this tight little group of bands which like in the UK music scene, like people are starting to pay attention like all around the place, like Europe and like America and stuff. Obviously you guys signed with Fearless as well, that's going to be a big bump. Lotus here obviously signing with Hopeless and that.
Amazing.
So yeah, exactly. So how does it sort of feel like the UK music scene is kind of like getting like that attention it finally deserves now. Like it's been building for a while,
Yeah.
but now like they're starting to take notice. So.
Yeah, it's really cool to see like American labels that like kind of people like me growing up, like listening to all alternative music. Like these labels were like the big ambition, and seeing us and so many friends bands get with these labels is so cool to see. American labels that people really care about backing English bands that are all just mates.
Yeah.
Like we've known Lotus Eater since basically we started. Like Cam used to play drums for us for a bit.
Yeah, I remember that show as well.
Yeah.
Like he did that run with you, didn't he? Yeah.
And like seeing, I think we were kind of talking to Fearless when they were talking to Hopeless, and we were kind of like in
On
sync
the
with
same
each
time.
other, and
yeah.
it was really cool to see both our bands. Like
And
we'd started out together, and
I think as well, like it's probably nearly exact sort of like the same timeline you guys have been about, because like
yeah, I think they
Free-
started slightly before us.
but like as far as like getting out there, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
like you guys have been like active for like 2-3 years now, is it?
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. We dropped the first single in February 2017. So yeah, 2 years and 2 years and 3 months kind of thing.
Yeah, really. Yeah, we were talking to James Lennon earlier. We were talking about like just sort of bands who really just put in that graft, and how
Yeah.
like now it's like in recent like past couple of years, like you can see it like finally paying off for like some of them. Obviously, you guys being like an
Yeah.
example of one of them.
Yeah, we're still in our infancy when it comes to almost everything. So when I would say even this time next year, things will be completely different for us.
And going back to it as well, like sort of like the whole bucket list type thing. Obviously, like, is there anything that stands out in particular, like you still want to or like need to like sort of achieve?
Oh,
Like,
of course, yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I would say, I think I look at it in terms of baby steps rather than like a long-term thing. So
it will come when it comes. It's just
yeah,
like,
but I would say a headline tour that does really well.
yeah.
That's like our biggest aspiration.
Yeah, like we just played Underworld in Camden.
Yeah, that's
and
a good example.
I think it'd be like thinking about it going into that as headlining that would be
Yeah,
like a dream come true for us, really.
that'd be like, okay, we can now move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
When that happens.
well, thank you again for speaking to us. I know
No
like you
problem, man.
literally just got here straight to the deep end, and you got not long to his set. But look, shit, tell the people what you got coming up. If there's anything they need to know.
We're playing with Under Oath on the 5th of June.
5th of June, then download on the Saturday. We're opening the Avalanche stage, so yeah, if you're there,
If you're there, come
check
watch
us
us.
out.
Check us out.
Should be a good set.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. Check out Park and Gear. See him live if you can, anywhere. Travel far and wide across the country. But yeah, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe and shit down below. We'll link everything, the band, us, all that, you know what I'm saying.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having us. Thank you.